Hi friends, my name is Bhavya Mangla. I am automotive qualified auditor. I am doing audits for the ITF audits for the last 17 years. I'm again back with a very interesting topic. What is the key difference between SPC and MSA? SPC means Statistical Process Control, which is as per AIG second edition manual. And when we talk about MSA, it is Measurement System Analysis as per AIAG Automotive Industry Action Group fourth edition. Well, in general, both SPC and MSA, these both manuals are being used in automotive sector, especially the companies who are certified for IAT of 16949. When we talk about SPC, our main intent is to see that what is the variation which is there in the process due to special cause and the common cause. When we talk about MSA, our intent is to see that in any process when we are doing any measurement, how much error is a contribution from the measurement system. It can be vernier caliper, micrometer, height gauge, or it could be anything else. When we talk about SPC, our intent is to identify as an output that what is the CP and what is the CPK value. Generally, it is in the form of 1.33, 1.67 and like that. When we talk about MSS study, our intent is as per variable study, we want to see what is GRR, what is repeatability and reproducibility, which generally should be less than 10%. And when we talk about attribute MSA, our intent is to find out the kappa value to see that whether it is within the requirement or not. When we talk about SPC, our requirement is to see that whether there is any variation in the process or not, and to see that whether process is under control or not. That's why we are doing it. When we talk about MSA, our objective is only to see the error which is coming in that particular process because of that measurement. When we talk about SPC, our intent is to identify the critical to quality and critical to process parameters and then apply SPC study, maybe X bar R chart or P chart or C chart, NP chart or P chart, and then to see that whether it is conforming to the requirement or not. When we talk about MSS study, our intent is to see that when we are doing that particular measurement to calculate the SPC and all that other things, what is the error coming? When we talk about SPC study, it is generally only for those process parameters, maybe product characteristics or process characteristics, which are generally identified by the customer or maybe identified in case of DFME and PFME. But when we talk about MSS study, apart from the instruments that are being used for the SPC study, as per IAT of 16949, we need to do MSS study for all kind of testing, measuring equipments. When we talk about SPC study, our intent is to see that when we are collecting 100 samples, which are generally in a subgroup of 4 or 5, whether it is fulfilling to the requirement or not. When we talk about MSS study, generally we are using 2 or 3 appraisee, and then we are taking 10 samples and then we are repeatedly giving it to them to see that whether the measurement error is within the specification or not. When we talk about SPC study, our intent is to see that when we are doing the, say, the mean study, X bar study, that whether all the points are within upper control limit and lower control limit or not. In case any point is outside that, then we call it a special cause. In case of MSS study, our intent is that more than 50% of the points should be outside upper control limit and lower control limit. Only then we say that this particular study is good. When we talk about SPC study as per IAT of 16949 manual, it is as per clause number 9.1.1.2. When we talk about MSS study, it is as per clause 7.1.5.1.1. So in general, if you see, when we talk about SPC, our intent is to identify the defect and to avoid the defect to happen. When we talk about MSS study, our intent is to see only the error which is coming out from the measurement system. If I talk about some of the key challenges that industry is facing with respect to SPC and MSS study, so the first and the foremost is how often organizations are doing SPC and MSS study to gain some benefit rather than just fulfilling the requirement of maybe the customer or maybe the certification body. Secondly, how often it is happening that SPC and MSS studies are being conducted for some cost reduction project. And thirdly, and the most important thing is, whenever we are doing SPC and MSS study, can we quantify anywhere that yes, this is the benefit that organization has got because of conducting this particular study? We know the real answer. So if I do overall summary, SPC study is conducted to see the variation in the process MSS study is conducted to see the variation in the process which is contributed by the measurement system. My next video will be related to the key difference between CTQ and CTP, critical to quality and critical to process. I'm regularly getting a lot of feedbacks from your side and they're helping me to understand your expectations. So please do continue. And in case you want to understand this particular video in much more detail, there is a link below. You'll find a blog there, and in much more detail, you'll find a lot of information in that particular blog. And in case you're liking these kind of videos and blogs, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and my website, Bhavya Mangla. Thank you.